We have a featured artist tonight, as we always do, in the room with us. This person, I've actually known for a couple years. We were talking about earlier. She's been around for a while. She is a ukulele player and a singer, a busker, a traveler, whatever other word you want to put in front of her name. But this is Sydney Blake. Sydney was a featured artist on the website before it became Indie Music Plus, back in the day, before there was even a David Werba around.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. And I've always loved her music. My wife was listening to her song Supernova the other day, and I stopped. I said, "Who is that?" And she said, "It's Sydney." And I go, "Oh yeah." So I was like, Sydney is perfect for the website again because her old feature is gone, and so we can't see that. So she deserves another feature. So Sydney, how are you?
I'm great, thank you. Thank you so much for having me on the show.
Pleasure. So you were in a band called Sydney and the Misters, right?
Yeah, it was Sydney Blake and the Misters.
Sydney Blake and the Misters. And so you guys were in San Diego when I first met you, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you put out Supernova, you did some stuff. I thought you were working on an EP.
Yeah. So
go ahead.
Yeah, we had the EP. We had the EP, The Dream Chase, back then. And that's still out. That's still available through Bandcamp. I recently took it down off of iTunes. Too expensive, not enough payback from that. So we decided to put it on Bandcamp, and we re-released when the band broke up as just Sydney Blake. So yeah.
Okay, cool. So you are in LA now, or Burbank, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you kind of went on your own. You're doing music. We were talking in the green room. You're doing something called busking, or busker or whatever, which I thought was like making coffee or something. But apparently it's what?
So I basically, for like the last 5 months, I've been playing my music and covers on the street in downtown Burbank, and I put my suitcase out and I put a little sign that says my name and my website on it, and people throw me tips if they like my music. And sometimes I've met a few Disney animators because I live in Burbank. So I've actually had like a little doodle drawn by a Disney animator, which was really cool.
Very cool.
Some people will buy me like food, which is kind of weird. I've been given like Beanie Babies before too. So it's really cool. It's a good way to get connected with the community. And it's kind of funny when I go into like certain stores and I like introduce myself, I'm like, "Hi, my name's Sydney Blake. I'd like to play here sometime." Like there's been a few times where people will stop me in the store and be like, "Oh my God, you're Sydney Blake. I've seen you before while I was eating lunch in downtown Burbank. You're really good." And I'm like, "Oh, cool. Thanks. Payoff."
That's funny you mentioned that because I saw a Facebook post of yours because we're friends on Facebook, and I saw that exact post. You said it's happening.
Yeah.
I thought that's so awesome. Cool. That's so awesome.
It's a lot of fun. I like it a lot.
So I want to ask you, we're going to talk to you back to your song too. I'm going to have you intro your song here in a minute, and then I'll let Dave talk to you for a few minutes too.
Thank you.
Yes, and that also, Rob. And steampunk. You mentioned, I saw some stuff about steampunk that you had posted. Am I right in saying that? Are you a steampunk chick?
Not really.
Okay. Well, then
not anymore.
So tell us about the song that we're going to be listening to. We're going to take a little break right before the song, and then we're going to listen to your song. But intro your song for us that we're going to be listening to, the Live in San Francisco one.
So San Francisco, I wrote after it's my first tour that I took up to Sacramento. And the guy who was my producer at the time who went with me fell asleep on the 6-hour drive back home from San Francisco. And it kind of just inspired. I was kind of feeling, because I was commuting between San Diego and Los Angeles at the time for about 4 months, because my job was down in San Diego still. And it just kind of, I was feeling this like really lack of sense of where I belonged. And so San Francisco is kind of figuring out that home isn't really anywhere. Home is where your friends are. Home is where your heart is. And that's kind of what inspired the song, was that journey that I took with, at the time, one of my best friends.
Awesome. Cool. So we'll talk to you after we listen to your song live in San Francisco at Studio 52.
You fell asleep on that long ride from San Francisco, and did you dream? Tell me, where did your mind go? And I believe that home is where the heart is. So I take a breath, take the wheel, hold this moment, and I am home. I couldn't sleep on that long night in Sacramento. I dare not dream as the air filled up with my ghosts. And I believe that I knew you in a past life. So I take a breath, take a pill, hold this moment, and I am home. Open road, like open sea. Mother heart, did you ever dream that the stars would make their claim on me? Home is where my heart runs free. I took a chance on the day that I first met you, and at a glance you weren't the person I knew. But I believe you were made to be my best friend. So I took a shot, call it fate, but I will call this home.
Indie Music Plus.
Her song. Is there a name to that song other than live?
It's called San Francisco. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. And I just want to let people know I can see some comments going on now. I wanted to welcome Sam Gonzo, Carlos Phoenix. Carlos, sorry I missed you in New York, man. I didn't see your message until it was too late, and I was out of free time. Katrina Webster, hello, Katrina. Good luck on your music. That's we're working with Katrina as well. So, Dave, go ahead and take the reins on this. I know you want to talk to Sydney for a few minutes.
Thank you, Joe. Appreciate that.
Hey, Dave.
Hey, Sydney, proud to be here. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
Yeah. All right. So all you really need in life is a ukulele and some comfortable shoes. Do you concur?
I do. Yeah. Actually,
you can survive off cactus juice and fried grasshoppers if you really need to.
If you try hard enough, yeah, that's all you really need out of life is a ukulele and a good pair of shoes.
And that's what you express to people in that last song. If they go up to the YouTube video, they'll see that you're just a woman in a ukulele and you're getting by, and it's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, so the vibe I got, Jesus, Zoe Deschanel was just like rushing into my brain as I was listening to this. She's got this quirky, poppy, folky, vintage vibe, and that's the new genre that I created tonight for you. Quirky, folky, poppy, vintage. Quirky, folky, poppy, vintage. It's going to catch on. I know it is.
It will. We have to come up with an abbreviation for it.
Yeah. We'll do an acronym for it in about 90 minutes.
Okay.
But let's just start with that though. Do you? Zoe Deschanel, she's known for being an actress, but she actually has sang on I think a couple dozen albums. She's done a couple of her own, but she sang on a bunch of other artists' albums. She had that same tone and that same sound. Is that out of nowhere to you, or is that kind of
That's definitely, she was kind of one of the big inspirations there, to be quite honest. Like, I really like her vibe. I like what she's doing. But I wanted to make it my own also. It took a while to kind of find out who I was as an artist after the band broke up. And so I think moving to LA kind of helped me register who I wanted to be after exploring the city and exploring different, I guess, feelings, because I had to basically like rewrite a lot of my music
Yeah.
afterwards. I didn't have a band anymore, but I love Zoe and I love what she's doing. I love her band She and Him. I don't know if you've heard them, but they're definitely that quirky, folky pop,
Quirky, folky, poppy vintage.
poppy
She
vintage.
practiced that all day.
Yeah. No, I've been practicing all day. I've said about
All
100
day.
times. I FedExed one of my hats to you, and I'm glad you got it. Thank you for wearing it tonight.
It's my favorite hat. Too.
Yeah, it looks awesome. So what's next for you? I looked up some of your other songs on YouTube. You have Supernova, which had a little more production behind it. So this song that we just played tonight was really stripped down. It's just like ukulele voice, not much else. What's next for you? Like, what do you want to grow the production, or do you want to just be that like Cubist stripped down sound where you're just a woman and a ukulele?
I think for the next EP, we're going definitely for a more stripped down sound. Not just the ukulele and my vocals. That I actually recorded those songs, the live from Studio 52, which is in San Diego. I recorded that to do it for a video competition. And then we missed the cutoff date, and I was like, well, these are really well produced. Let's put them on the website. Let's keep them. But the next EP is called Cartographer's Tales, and all the songs have city names, cities that I've been, cities that I want to go to.
I like it.
Thank you. So it's going to be definitely more of that cabin sort of feel, Lumineers-y, I guess is the way to explain it. The simple acoustic instruments and my ukulele. And I love the overproduction of The Dream Chase, which is my first EP that Supernova is on. I love it so much. And Adam Sisko, who produced it, did an amazing job. But now I want to be able to obtain the sound that people are hearing on stage more easily without having a 6-member band.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Hey, Joe, you got anything else?
Yeah, no, that's I think, Sydney, you're more of a solo artist anyway, and that you should just have a band backing you up. You know what I mean? And you you have the artistic view and stuff, because you know what you're doing. It's obvious that you have your vision and you know what you're doing. I mean, you're in LA playing on the street. You know what I mean? Who does that?
Yeah. Me, apparently.
Who does that unless it's what they do? Like you said, yeah, this is what I do. And people are like, what? So
yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's definitely something I never thought a year ago I would be doing. I moved up here with the idea of, I want to make it like everyone else does. And only within like the last few months, like I had promises, in San Diego of making it. However, up here, it's such an electric city, I guess is the best way to describe it. And everyone is going after their dreams and doing it. And the only way to make it up here is this unrelentless stubbornness to never give up. And I think I've definitely been cut from that same cloth of, well, I guess I'm just going to do what works. Like I was fired from my job when I moved up here. And I got this nannying job and I lasted a month. And they let me go. And I was like, oh, crap, what am I going to do? And I was like, well, I've got a ukulele. I've got my voice. I've got downtown Burbank. And I just set out for a couple hours a day, and I would make like $20 to $50 a day just busking and performing. And that was enough to get me by for the last 5 months.
Nice.
And like,
Awesome.
I could say it's all me, but it's like, it's definitely the people that have supported me and my family, and just it's been really special.
And the comfortable shoes. That's a major part of that story.
And the
right there.
comfortable shoes. I do actually, it's kind of funny. I do have a pair of boots and I do have a pair of flats that I don't go anywhere without. So it's true. Ukulele and comfy shoes.
Cool. All right, so we're gonna wrap up this portion of our show. Is there anybody that you'd like to say thank you to, or shout out to, or anything like that before you go, or anywhere you'd like to send people, to see them, get in touch with you or listen to your music?
So you guys can find my music, or you can contact me through sydneyblakmusic.com. It's Sydney like Australia, and then Blake like Lake with a B in front of it. And so it's sydneyblakmusic.com. And I don't think he's watching because we're not friends on Facebook anymore, but I want to shout out to my old producer for kind of getting me here, Adam Cisco. Without him, I don't think I would have ever come up here. And shout out to my boyfriend for supporting me and being the guitarist, and to my little duo that I've been trying to get off the ground, and his unrelentless support. So yeah, I guess that's it.
Well, it's so nice to meet you in person.
In person.
Yeah. Hopefully next time I'm in LA, we'll hook up and have some lunch or something.
Yeah, or next time I'm in New York.
There you go. Right on. Awesome. Well, thank you very much, Sydney. Everybody, be sure to check out the feature that will be on the website indiemusicplus.com this week on Sydney Blake.